especially if you have a business card, you need a business book these days. And thinking of business books, people always ask me, like, Ram, what kind of book should I create? And before you decide what kind of book you should create, there are two other steps most people miss. So let me walk you through on those steps which are so important to decide and figure out before you create your or even think about your book. And who knows, perhaps book is the right choice for you or the wrong choice for you. It all depends. There are no bad books actually. So there could be a bad goal for a book, or there could be a bad reason for a book, and maybe there is a mismatch with the book and its readers and the author. So if you are an aspiring author, or if you want to write a book or explore the opportunity of writing a book for your business, here are some things that I have made some notes for you, some points for you. The very first point that you need to figure out is why people write books. Like, what are the reasons to write a book? And here we are only talking about business books, because I am talking to experts, entrepreneurs, or professionals. You fall into any of these three categories. You are either an expert or an entrepreneur. You're running your own business, startup. You are a CEO, CXO, or a professional. Like you're a doctor, you're a lawyer, you're someone who is a specialist at something. So these are the three groups of people who want to write non-fiction business books, and that's what we are going to discuss today. Number one point to be understood. Here we have to understand three different points. Number one is why people write books. There are 5 different reasons, major reasons why people write books. Number one is, first point, books are considered as the number one marketing and branding strategy today. So if that is what your reason is, like if you want to explore the opportunity of marketing, or if you're struggling with marketing, or you want to improve your marketing to a whole new level, you can use a book as a marketing strategy as well as a branding strategy, because a book, when the word authority comes from the root word author. So author, when someone writes a book, becomes an author, they get automatic branding, they get automatic leverage of marketing. There's so many people who have written books, and that has become a very big marketing and branding tool for them. So you can write a business book for yourself, for your business. There are plenty of different ways to do that. Let's explore all of them in this video as well. The reason number two, second point, is if you want to expand, the reason to write a book is if someone is trying to, or if you are trying to expand your business or your reach or your audience, maybe nationally, or maybe you want to go international as well. Let's say you have a national business, you want to go international, or you have a local business, you want to expand it throughout the nation, throughout the country, or to a different geographic area. That's a very good reason to write a business book, because your book can go before you go, so that's how you expand to different regions. There are so many people who have done books. See, for example, let's say you want to go and expand your business in, let's say, Australia. So how do you know that you can thrive there, you can go there, and there's a demand for your things in Australia? Or how do you build your branding inexpensively without even going there? The best way is launch a book for that market, and you launch this book in Australian market and see how it goes. Plus also you'll be able to not only see the market reaction, you'll also be able to build a fan base around you or your business or your branding before you even go there. This is a fantastic strategy. So that is one big reason why people write books. And what is the third reason people write books is they want media attention or celebrity status. That is another very big reason why non-fiction business books are being created today. You name a celebrity, you name a person who is the top of in your industry, probably they have written a book, because that is the reason why they get to the top. And today it's a connected world and people are always online. Who knows, people may be searching your name, and if they see you as an author, and there may be journalists looking for expertise, and how do newsrooms and journalists and TV shows and radio shows, how do they bring in experts? They go online and search for an expert on the topic. And guess what? This is so important, folks. Let's say you are an expert on your expertise, let's say, and you have written a book, and someone is a journalist, a TV show host is looking for an expert on this particular topic. They go to Google or YouTube or Amazon and they type the name of the topic, and your book pops up. So what happens? The journalist understands, the TV show host understands, the radio show host understands that this person, I want this, he has written a book or she has written a book on this topic. I want this person to be on our show as an expert. And that's how most authors get into the media houses. That's so easy. You can also, the other way around to get media exposure is to pay for it or be so good and so extraordinary you attract them. The strategy, the leverage is, which is the best of all, write a book, and even you can send a copy of your book to the media house so that they invite you on their shows. And that's how most experts can get on TV, get on radio at no cost at all, because in fact they even pay you perhaps sometimes. If you go on a national show, the producer of the show actually pays the celebrity who comes on the show for being the expert that they already are. So how do they choose and select? Because you've written a book. That's one big reason why people write a book. Fourth point, become well known and famous. Maybe media and celebrity status is not for you. You just want to become well known. You just want to become famous for what you already are. That you are an expert. You are an expert. There's so many people who are already doing what you are doing. But how do you become famous and well known for what you do? One of the best ways, or I would say the number one way for anyone to become famous and well known is through writing a book. Imagine how many people have had a great influence on you when you were growing up. They role modeled you, and probably they've also written books, maybe sometimes more than one book, right? So that's how people become famous. That's how people become well known. And it's actually it's not the other side of the thing is the complementary thinking, which is a myth actually. People always say, I have been talking to so many people and I've been coaching people how to create the best-selling book and how to choose the right strategy and goal and the content for their book. They all tell me, like I've been talking to people, some of them tell me, Ram, I want to write a book, but I'm not famous yet. How defeating is that? Today, it's a new world, it's a new game, a new rules apply. If you want to become famous, you write a book. It's not the other way around. Those days are gone, like it was the last century. Today, you have all the tools, you have all the resources, you have coaches like me who can coach you, train you to write and publish your best-selling book, guaranteed. So utilize, because even Olympic athletes, they have a coach. Top business leaders, they have coaches for various things, more than one sometimes. And people also engage me as their publishing coach or their high performance coach sometimes, and they get trained, get coached, and they get the systematic way to get their book created in the first place to serve a very particular purpose and also serve the author's needs and the reader's needs, and also become a commercially successful, viable, best-selling book. That's how you can do it. The reason number 4 we explored was how to become famous and well known by creating a book. Reason number 5, so important in today's world, especially if you're an expert entrepreneur or a professional. If you have a business, a product, a service, you offer something to people, then reason number 5 is increase revenue, cut down costs. If you are trying to increase your revenue and cut down costs at the same time, and also trying to expand your market share, maybe nationally, maybe internationally, or to a different geographic region, a book is a reason. It's a very good reason to write a book, I would say, because books can go to different places. Books can generate leads for you, increase your revenue. Books can give you that positioning edge over others. Let's say there are so many other people who are also trying to enter the same market that you are trying to enter. Who gets the leverage? The person who has written a book. If you write a book, if you publish a book, and when you go and give a business card, or when you give your business book, there's a sea of difference between these two. When you go and approach people, let's say you're trying to get a big account, like you're trying to get your business or your service into your proposal into a big organization. A bunch of CXOs and a board of directors are sitting, and they're always getting business cards from everyone, and you know where that ends up at the end of the day. Imagine you create your book and you go your business book instead of a business card. This is totally a game changer, and the author not only gets the business most of the time, they also get to become the advisor. And what happens when you are an advisor to a business house or a business person? They follow you, they take your recommendations, they do not question your authority because you're already an author. So super cool strategy. So these are the 5 major reasons why non-fiction business books are created. Number 1, marketing and branding strategy. Number 2, national or international expansion. Number 3, media attention or becoming a celebrity, getting that celebrity status. Or number 4, become well known and famous. Very similar, there's an overlap on that. And number 5 is increasing revenue, reducing costs, and expanding your market share. These are the 5 major reasons why people write books.